final model. And the final model for classification of abnormal heartbeat sounds is thus achieved. This is a system architecture of a paper in which the data sets of the heartbeat sounds are given for feature extraction with MFCC technique. And the pre-processing steps such as adding noise, tab, performing shift and time stretch, and pitch shift is done. And then they are passed on to this CNN plus LSTM model, and the model is evaluated, and finally a classification model is achieved. So the data set is collected from Kaggle, in which challenge was sponsored by Pascal, where the heartbeat sounds were collected from public and also in clinical trials. And this aimed to classify the heartbeat sounds abnormalities. And the datasets consist of 40 artifact sounds and 351 normal heartbeat sounds, 129 murmur sounds, 46 extra size sounds, and 19 extra heartbeat sounds. The feature extraction MFCC is image-like patches that creates a 2D image-like patches. The aim is to capture the power spectrum of the sound signal. They are achieved by utilizing a method called discrete Fourier transform, in which raw audio signals is converted to frequency domain. And with the help of Mel scale, they are stimulated to a sound frequency in which a human ear can perceive. Here, 52 MFCC features have been extracted with 512 hop length, and the segmentation of the frames is done using Windows filter, and they are passed to DFT for filtering of the audio data. The pre-processing steps is done using Librosa library. The first step of pre-processing is to add noise to the 52 extracted MFCC features. And the next step is applying shift to both the extracted and the noise which is added. And the time stretch is applied to the audio data. And finally, a pitch shift is applied to both the audio data. So here 3 CNN layers and 3 LSTM layers have been added, in which CNN convolutional 1D filters and max pooling for extraction and batch normalization have been done. In LSTMs, ReLU and softmax activation functions have been used for efficient extraction and classification of the model. These are few feature extraction results of MFCC for the audio data such as normal, murmur, extra systole, and extra heartbeat sounds. And these are the results of pre-processed data. And this is the accuracy and loss graph of the model. The accuracy obtained with this model is 83%. And this is the confusion matrix of the model. And
Befina ma'am, sorry to interrupt, but you are only left with 1 minute.
Okay. And this is the output of the classification web application. So thus an efficient feature extraction techniques has been done, and CNN plus LSTM neural networks have been used for efficient classification, extraction and classification. And the model is finally deployed in web for end-to-end deep learning as a end-to-end deep learning project. So this can be further improved by using different data sets and different combinations of neural networks. And these are few references. Thank you.
If there are any queries in audience regarding this presentation, then they may ask. Okay,
Hello?
so we'll continue.
Yes, this is Kamasal speaking. Ma'am, you are working on that this heart cardiogram. So here actually the Jacobi recurrence or tridiagonalization of the PQRS can be is done in recently, and not only that, the CNN you are using, I think that feature pyramid network will be better. Though I have one question I want to ask, that you are doing the extra stall. What is happening when the extra stall is working? What extra stall means?
Extra size tool means the size tools, as we know, heartbeat sounds contains of size tools, diastase tools and size tools. If the size tools, there are more number of size tools rather than the normal heartbeat size tools. If there is more number occurring, then that is considered as extra size tool.
Okay, okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Okay, so we shall continue. I would like to call Ms. Pooja P. Raj and her team to present her paper titled Study on Face Detection Using Machine Learning Techniques.
Thank you. I hope my screen is visible. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am, your screen is visible.
Okay. A very good afternoon to respected professor and one and all present in the conference. My name is Pooja Piraj. I'm a research scholar in Dr. C.V. Raman University, Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh. And my guide name is Dr. Amrita Verma, Associate Professor of CSE Department from C.V. Raman University, Bilaspur. In my presentation, my slides are going to be introduction, literature review, how to detect and recognize face, what are the algorithms used, what are the type of data set can be used, result and conclusion, and the references. Starting with the introduction, facial recognition is a way of identifying or confirming an individual identity using the faces. So faces recognition system can be used to identify people in photos, videos, or in real time. Facial recognition can also be used in the biometric security system. So other form of biometric security are using the thumbprint, fingerprint recognition, voice recognition, eye retina, or iris recognition. So facial recognition is also one of the main feature in that. It is basically used for implementation of security and law enforcement. There are various applications of facial detection which can be implemented in the medical attention, safety, airport boarding, proctoring. In medical attention, where we can identify the faces of the patients, and with the help of that, more features can be implemented to that. With the help of that, we can identify what kind of disease what kind of treatment they are being getting, and with the help we can give medication suggestion to them. In case of safety, we with the help of facial recognition we can implement locking system like in our mobile phone, or we generally having the locking system in our houses also. With that we will identify the face. If the person belongs to the house member, we will open the door, either we will reject to open the door. Like that, we can implement the facial recognition system software to the safety part. Airport boarding, Nowadays, in the airport, we having a small gates with the help of which facial recognition is used to identify the person, whether the person is a valid passenger or not, we can identify with that. And the same thing we can implement with the proctoring, like with the help of webcam surveillance, certain proctor services employ AI technology to identify and record the person behavior. If the person having an objectionable behavior, we can track that person or proctor this person, and with the help of that we can track that person. If a person from a criminal background, if person suspect to do something wrong behavior, we can identify the person of the face, whether and classify or compare with the criminal faces database and identify what who is that particular criminal is or what. So here I have included few literature review. So first is by the author H. Hong, where the title of the paper is Face Detection in Real Time Live Video Using YOLO Algorithm based on BGG160 Convolution Neural Network. Here author is mainly working on the MATLAB, where author used the image processing toolbox and deep learning toolbox for the face detection system. The main purpose of the author is to identify the to detect the face from the images and to speed up the processing speed of face detection. In the second literature review, that is in hardware architecture of HAR classifier based face detection system using a skip scheme by author J. Hyung, J. Kim, C.H. Hoy, and D. Mo, where the author used a HAR classifier for the face detection. Here also the main motive of the author is to improve the processing speed of the number of faces in the image for matching. In the third part, author D. Liu and Limen Yuan. Here, the author has detected the face as well as used the recognition also in digital image based on the computer vision center. The method the author used is Zeta face method and U2 method. With the help of OpenCV method, the author detected the face and recognized it. Next literature review is by author Suman Menon M, Anju George, Ashwati N, and Jamie Jens. The title is Custom Face Recognition Using YOLO UP3, where the author used RCNN.
Sorry to interrupt, ma'am, but you are only left with 1 minute.
Okay, ma'am. And use the YOLO algorithm. Here, the author, in context-aware face detection for occluded faces, use the CNN method to perform their research. To detect face, we have three methods: detection, analysis, and recognition. In detection, we are basing to like object detection using the computer vision. We are detecting the faces from the picture. For analyzing the face, we have a landmark, the 68 landmark technique, where every feature has been assigned with a number. For example, eyes having certain number, eyebrows having certain number, nose having certain number, lips having certain number, with the help of which we will analyze the features of the face. After analyzing the features of the face, we will compare it with the data set and we will identify what the person it is. So here is a basic workflow of the picture. First, we are going to capture and scan the image. After scanning, we will extract the featural data and that featural data we will be comparing with the database. If match found, we will identify. If match not found, we will say as an unknown person. The two algorithms are CNN and SVM. CNN is a machine learning technique which is basically used for image processing and classification. Similarly, SVM is also a very good category of identifying a classification and regression of the images. The two data sets which are used are ORL and LFW, where ORL consists of 400 features of 40 different subjects like facial emotions, whether the person is smiling or not smiling, whether the person is with glasses or not with glasses. And LFW dataset consists of 1300 facial photos with gathered all over the internet and data collections. So according to the study, what has been result that from the two very good algorithm of image processing and for image processing, CNN and SVM, SVM has more better accuracy rate as compared to CNN. So these are the some of the references which I have included, and thank you.
Thank you, Pooja ma'am. If there are any queries regarding this presentation from the audience, then they may ask.
Madam, I think this is Thomas Alder. I think that yellow version 2 is more faster because it is written in the C language, but yellow V3 has the lower FPS. So you can check, and not only that, but also I think of it has a certain advantage in neuroscience named McGurk effect, where people see eye or nose. So if you think of another word, so you can think of. Thank you, madam. It's a very nice presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so continuing ahead, I would like to call Mr. Shubham Kumar Singh and his team for his paper title of wavelet-based GNSS receiver of MBOC signal. Also, I would like to inform all the participants that this meeting will end in 10 minutes. So you all must join it again from the same link.
Ma'am, this is Thomas Alda. Shubham Kumar Singh is my student. I registered on behalf of all the authors. So I am presenting that.
Sure, sir, sure.
अरे जाओ सर कहाँ कर लगे अब सीरियस कुछ नहीं हो रही
Is my presentation is visible? Okay.
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Sir,
Yes, sir, it is visible now.
Okay. So this is thank you, sir. Sixth International Conference of Recent in SAGECON2K 2024. So I am Thomas Aldar. My students and my teacher, on behalf of my teachers, I am presenting this presentation on wavelet-based GNSS receiver of MBOC signal. The GNSS receiver means that any receiver in our world that GPS, GLONASS, any receiver. So satellite receiver. So and MBOC signal is multiplex binary offset carrier, which is a trend around for 15 years from now. So I am presenting this work on this GNSS receiver. First, the wavelet has the multi-resolution analysis. The multi-resolution analysis means that it has the resage basis, and it can translate and it can scale. So using translation and scaling, we can pinpoint its mosaic of the and age of the images. So this is the methodology where the theoretical foundation have been done in the wavelet. So here is the result. The GNSS receiver has the acquisition platform by which the satellite can be detected. So it has the code in x-axis, Doppler delay in y-axis, and z direction its power. And what is in it? It has the correlation of receiver, correlation with the satellite signal and receiver CDMA signal. So it then correlate and it gives a peak. And by the peak amplitude, or from the peak to noise bed ratio, we can detect, or peak to second peak ratio, we can detect that how the signal is done. So here actually has the affine wavelet and its frequency representation. We did the CDA wavelet, and normal hard-based discrete wavelet, and the normal. So we can see that the ratio of the first peak to second peak is actually lowering. Why? Because that the if you have the high volume means that for calculation of 4096 chip means the code, it has the almost 65,000 to the power 12 number of FFT points. But if we scale down by the wavelet, it has the for second wavelet, it reduce the FFT points. So by this we can actually say that when the FFT points is decreasing, and overall the peak is also detecting, we can think of a wavelet based GNSS receiver. So I did that. The blue is the normal FFT based correlation, and the green is DWT, normal hair based FFT, and the red is the CDF based FFT. So in the 30.5 dB hertz signal, we can see that this is the good GNSS receiver. Not only that, but also that if we actually have the high noise, the noise can be also eliminated by the wavelet. So by which we can say that if we do the wavelet based work, we can actually compact the GNSS receiver with a few points of the Doppler based acquisition system using FFT. And the FFT, how it is done? The FFT has been done. The signal is coming. It's FFT, and the receiver CDMA code or authentication code FFT, and it's conjugate, and then it's multiplied, and then the result is have been the coherence, and inverse of FFT is the peak detection. So here actually this we are discussing. In the conclusion, we can see that the strategic application, we can see that it has a diverse domain. So we can say that it is a good GNSS for the GNSS receiver. We can do that. Thank you. Any question? I am available.
Any question, audience? Okay, so thank you, Tamesh sir, for your informative presentation. I would like to request you all, as this meeting will be ending in 5 minutes, so please rejoin the meeting again from the same link.
Unnati, one presentation can be done in 5 minutes if 5 minutes are left. You can tell them to start with the next presentation. Please announce the name of the next part.
I would like to call Snehal Day and their team for the paper title Compressive Sensing Based GNSS Receiver Using DGS.
Ma'am, this is Tamesh Haldar again. So he is also my student. I am presenting on behalf of them.
Sure, sir.
Is my presentation is visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So this paper is working on the comprehensive sensing based GNSS receiver using DGS or dynamic group sparsity. So what is comprehensive sensing? Okay, so it is introduction, methodology, result, discussion, conclusion, and reference. What is comprehensive sensing? Comprehensive sensing is nothing but nowadays what we are calling autoencoder or encoder. In our old ages of information theory, beta-B encoder, decoder. So like this, the comprehensive sensing, it encodes you by uh, the uh, basis vector. Basis vector means Gram-Schmidt operator basis vector, like Fourier, like Prolet spheroid wave function, like Gaussian signal, and mix of all of them. So the compressive sensing actually encodes the signal, and then it's have the measurement, and then it is also decompress the signal, like you